Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Levi. I'm the founder of Dynamic. We specialize in business process optimization, smart marketing strategies, and data and AI solutions to scale your revenue. This is the podcast, The Balance. And today I'm with a very special guest, Diana. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really looking forward to recording this podcast. To start off, could you tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do, of course?
Yes. Welcome, everyone, and thanks for having me today. Yes, I'm Dia from Budapest, and I'm the co-founder of Bookkeepie, which is a Hungarian startup connecting small businesses and external accountant partners. So we started our business in 2020 during the first wave of the COVID pandemic, when everyone started to looking for accountants as well online and not via personal recommendations. So it was a good start for us. Of course, we didn't plan this way, but it was a help for us. And we evolved our services organically. We started as a search portal where businesses could send requests or proposals to the selected accountants based on their introduction, the services provided, spoken languages, client reviews, because we collect client reviews and we have the biggest database in Hungary. And of course, based on preliminary prices as well, because we have a very simple search flow where we ask a few questions about the business itself. And based on the answers and based on the pricing cards of the accountant registered to our platform, we can calculate preliminary accounting fee as well. So they could send a request for proposals to the selected accountants and they started to work together or not. This was the end of our service that day. And later on, we stepped into the process more closely in the signing contract as well, because this way we can see exactly how much money we generate to the accounting partners. And so we can guarantee them that we can generate more revenue for them than they pay for us as a subscription fee. And the next level of our involvement is to develop a platform for their day-to-day collaborations. So this is something we are working on currently. On this platform, private entrepreneurs and small businesses can create an account and they can be able to manage their business without the help of an accountant if they want to, with the help of how-to guides, calculators, and tax calendars with notifications and so on. But if they want to, they can also find their best matching accountant from our database. And if they start to work together, they can set tasks to each other, they can set deadlines to each other and communicate via the platform. And if an entrepreneur send a question to the accountant, the answer is pre-written by our AI solution. And if the accountant says, okay, it's correct, they can just send the answer and save some time. And if it's not correct, they can add some information or correct it. And this way they can train the solution as well in the meantime. So that's something we are working on currently. And in the meanwhile, also expanding our operations internationally.
All right. That's interesting. So basically what you do is you connect small businesses, small, medium-sized businesses with accountants. Is that mainly like in Hungary?
Basically, yes, in Hungary, but in Romania as well. So we have the first around 20 accountants in Romania. So we launched our business recently, but the numbers are growing and it's very inspiring to see that our solution is working in another country as well. And we're also planning to launch our business in Ireland later this year. This is a whole different market, and later on other regional countries
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, because eventually with Bookkeepie, because that's what it's called, right? Bookkeepie.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's Bookkeepie.
perfect. With Bookkeepie, what is like the long-term goal or the long-term vision that you're working towards with this business?
Our long-term goal is to build an international accountant network. So if a small business wants to expand their operations to another country, but can't afford to pay a Big Four tax consultancy fee, they can find local accountants via our solution. So I think this is a great help for smaller businesses.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. And in the ideal situation, for example, in like 5 or maybe even 10 years from now, where would Bookkeepie be?
in every European countries.
Yeah, and afterwards worldwide as well?
Yeah, maybe.
But that's maybe a
But
little bit too far in the future.
yes. But regional countries, yeah, there are a lot more synergies between these countries as well. But of course, yeah, later on, maybe US and globally as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's nice. All right. And do you've got like some bookkeeping or some accountant background yourself, or how did you get like more into this?
No, I'm not an accountant. I'm an economist. So I graduated university as an economist, and I know my co-founder for, I don't know, forever, since high school. And his mother-in-law is actually an accountant. And this was the source of the idea of Bookkeepie. He was watching her mother-in-law working, and he thought, well, this could be way more effective. So the initial idea was to build an accounting automation solution. But then we started desk research, market research, and realized that there are several good players in the market, and it's a very competitive market. And also, we saw that, yeah, this was the first wave of the COVID pandemic, and also the Hungarian tax authority pushed towards a digital solution. The whole market, especially the accountants, they pushed towards digitalization because they started to require a lot of data digitally, invoice data digitally, and this meant that accountant could use more and more automations and digital solutions. So there are a lot of time that freed up, and we could
Hmm.
fill this time with new clients. So that was our initial idea, to give new clients to accountants who have more free time based on the using
Yeah.
automations and later AI solutions as well.
With bookkeeping, with bookkeeping, what are you currently doing to like grow and to expand into different markets and to get more known, basically?
You mean our marketing strategy, or
Exactly. Yeah, your marketing strategy, everything around it, basically. Yeah.
yeah, we're building a network of, we're just calling them watering holes, organizations and businesses who are in connection with a lot of entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs as well. So, for example, educational organizations and invoicing software companies, and yeah, these kind of partners who can basically send their clients if they need to us when they need accountant and they want to register their business as well.
Yeah. All right. With obviously growing, which you're doing at the moment, growing into like also different markets, different countries. What are like certain challenges or certain obstacles that you're facing with Bookkeepie at the moment?
I think that the biggest challenge is somehow every player in the fintech or accounting ecosystem is thinking towards the same or very similar direction, namely building a super app or a super platform for entrepreneurs and providing all kinds of necessary services at the same place. And there is a more and more competitive market. This yeah, and the goal of every player is to become the main owner of these users and customers, to get as much touch points as they can. Let me tell you a few examples. For example, banks. A few commercial banks in Hungary realized that if they want to have beyond banking services, they need to cooperate with startups, the fintech startups as well. So they can provide services like company registration, tax consulting, accountant search, and we know that because we are working together with the second biggest Hungarian bank in a white label way. So our service is available on their platform or their SME platform, but under their branding. And there are other banks who realized this as a necessary beyond banking service. Yeah, because in Hungary, private entrepreneurs are not obligated to open a bank account. And this way, if they start their business on their platform, the chance for them to opening a bank account is almost 4 times higher. So it's a big business for banks as well. But for example, invoice software companies also trying to provide related services, not only their invoicing system, but for example, finance assistant tool, debt management solutions, and some kind of automated accounting solutions for the smallest businesses as well. And also ERP companies and task management softwares as well, trying to expand their businesses into this direction. So I think it's a very interesting and challenging times to grow on this market, but it's very exciting as well.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. And in the beginning of this podcast, you already slightly mentioned like that you're also using a bit of AI. That's also obviously what we with Dynamic are really focusing on a lot, what we do for accounting firms, for bookkeeping firms. Can you tell us a little bit more about how you are implementing AI in the business and then what is your vision on it in general?
Our platform will contain a built-in AI assistant that entrepreneurs can use if they have any kind of taxation or accounting related questions. It has a very wide knowledge base and it provides much more correct answers than searching on Google or asking ChatGPT as well. From the side of accountants, they can use it, as I mentioned before, in the client communication. So it can pre-write their emails and save a lot of time. This is the first version of using AI, but later on maybe connected to accounting softwares as well and preparing automated reports for the clients. Yeah, so we're developing different use cases as well.
Nice, nice. And next to AI and technology like that, what other key trends in the industry right now are you looking into or responding to with Bookkeepie?
I think it's not a surprise that the role of accountant is changing, but whose doesn't in the era of AI? The general expectation is to becoming more of an advisor and not only an accountant. So somehow the accounting, controlling, and CFO functions are merging together, and entrepreneurs also expecting their accountants to help them with proactive tax optimizing advices, reports that can support business decisions, and yeah, this kind of help as well.
Yeah. Okay.
And we see that the accountant offices that are more client focused, I mean, they provide, accountancy, not only accountancy services, but advisory services. They send newsletters, they prepare reports, and they have a standard onboarding process as well. So they are much more successful in terms of numbers as well, so in terms of revenue, because they can provide these kind of services on a higher margin.
Yeah. And for accountants in Hungary or in Romania and in the future in Ireland, why should they work with you? Why is it better to work with you than do everything but on their own or maybe other platforms?
Because you can have them with targeted client acquisition. So we are a sales or marketing channel for them. They can set in their profile what kind of businesses they want to work with and what kind of businesses they want to avoid, because most accountants are specialized on a few industries or type of businesses, but not all kind of businesses they want to work with. So we can help them with this, and also they can use our price calculation tool as a as their own pricing tool, because a lot of accountant gives prices based on gut feelings and customs and not based on data. But you can help with industry best practices and price calculations as well.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense. Diana, what is one piece of advice that you would give to accountants, other entrepreneurs, or anybody listening in general that is looking to grow or looking to innovate their business?
I think it's a quite general advice to use AI. Yeah, play with these tools and get familiar with what they can do, what they can provide, and how these tools can make your work more effective because they are, yeah, just very, very good. And know your customers, talk a lot with them, understand their real needs, and try to develop a solution for these kind of needs as fast as you can, and test your ideas and get as much feedback as you can. So I think these are quite general advices, but yeah, it's evergreen.
100%. Yeah. Sometimes a good advice can be super simple, right?
Yeah, sometimes it is.
Yeah, 100%. Diana, if people want to work with you, if they want to use Bookkeepie, know more about Bookkeepie, or know more about you, or just connect with you in general, where can they best find you?
LinkedIn, maybe this is the easiest way, but of course, via our webpage as well. And I can give you my email address. You know my email address. So if anyone has a question or want to connect with me, I'm happy to.
Perfect. I'll make sure to also put the links to your email, to Bookkeepie, and your LinkedIn, where they can find you, in the description of the podcast below. Yeah, Diana, I really want to thank you so
Much
much for being
appreciated.
on. Of course, of course. I really want to thank you so much for being on the podcast today. It was super valuable. Really nice to know a little bit more about Bookkeepie, a little bit more about you. Do you've got any last words for the podcast?
No, not really. Just join this channel and listen to every new episodes as well because I really love the previous episodes. Very, very interesting businesses and people.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Yeah, again, thank you so much for being on the podcast. For the ladies and gentlemen that are listening at home, thank you so much for listening. My name is Levi, and this was The Balance.